Hi, I'm Ronnie, and this is another 2-Minute Tuesday, where I teach you a feature of Plantee or give you a meal planning tip in 2 minutes or less. Today I want to show you how you can add your leftovers from tonight's dinner or from last night's dinner into the freezer in Plan to Eat. So if you use the freezer feature in Plantee, you know that there's not a specific option that says add leftovers to freezer. However, you can still add your leftovers to the freezer so that you can keep track of what you have frozen at home. Okay, so here in my meal plan, you can see that last night we had this beef stroganoff recipe. And when we made that recipe, it made 4 servings, but there were only 2 of us. We only ate 2 of those servings, and I'm gonna put those other 2 servings in the freezer so that in the future I have a night where I don't have to cook. So I didn't prep this meal for the freezer in the first place because I wasn't exactly sure how many leftovers we were going to have. But now that I know that we have 2 servings to add to the freezer, I can retroactively add this recipe to the freezer. So all I need to do is tap on the beef stroganoff recipe. I'm gonna prep for freezer. And in here, instead of saying that I'm adding 4 servings into the freezer, I'm just gonna come and update this and add only 2 servings to the freezer. Now, I could also say that this was 2 meals of 1 serving each in case I was going to portion these out into 2 separate 1 serving containers, but I'm gonna keep both of the servings together and I'm probably gonna eat them again for a different dinner in the future. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add this to my freezer. And now you can see after the fact, my beef stroganoff recipe has been prepped for the freezer. You can see the little note at the bottom that it's in the freezer. So now I can go into my freezer. You'll see that beef stroganoff recipe is there. When I tap on it, I have 1 frozen meal of 2 servings each, which reflects the number of leftovers that I currently have. So just because the feature doesn't specifically say add leftovers to the freezer doesn't mean that you can't do it. You just need to do it retroactively after you've already prepared and eaten the meal, and then you know exactly how many leftovers you have to add to the freezer. But since you have the ability to add a custom number of meals and servings into the freezer, you can add as many or as few leftovers into the freezer after the fact. I have a link in the description of this video, a little bit more about the freezer feature in general, if you would like more information about the freezer feature. And if you have questions at all about how to add your leftovers to the freezer, please email us at help@plantoeat.com, and we will help you figure out how this works in your specific situation. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you next time.